Hey everyone, Sky here to discuss The King of Comedy, starring Robert De Niro, Jerry Lewis, Tony Randall, Diane Abbott, and Sandra Bernhard, and directed by Martin Scorsese. Now, Martin Scorsese doing a comedy? I don't understand, and plus it's PG rated. Well, I mean, he has done comedies before, sure, but a PG rated comedy? Really? Let's see how this goes. Let's get into the movie. Jerry Langford, played by Jerry Lewis, is the king of comedy in the world of Rupert Pupkin, played by Robert De Niro, gets in the car and asks him to be on his show and for some advice on how to be a comedian. And I like the idea of the story, but I don't know Rupert. Rupert kind of gets on my nerves, and Jerry comes off like an ass. Excuse my French. Rupert takes Rita Keene, played by Diane Abbott, on a date, and I've just reviewed her as the concession girl in... And she's another character who got on my nerves throughout the movie, and I don't think I'm connecting with these characters a little bit, because they're very despicable. Rupert goes to Jerry's office and is asked by his secretary to film his material on videotape. Can you believe those they used to exist, to show Jerry how funny he is, and which to me he's not funny. I've seen him play funnier in his career, De Niro, I mean, in movies like Meet the Parents, and I think he's pretty funny in that movie. Same goes to Analyze This. Rupert repeatedly goes to Jerry again and again to see Jerry as he's declined by his secretary, and she calls security. And it is well filmed, particularly since New York, but my problem, unfortunately, is the characterization of Rupert and how he's portrayed, and this, in my opinion, is the weakest Scorsese/De Niro movie I've seen in all of their careers. Rupert goes to Jerry's place with Rita, who keeps wanting, or I should say, Masha, wanting Rupert to give Jerry the letter, and that she wants to give him, and he comes by the place, and Rupert loses respect for his idol. Jerry asks, as he's saying jerkish things to both of them, and this movie is very predictable, starting in this scene alone. Rupert and Masha, played by Sandra Bernhard, Jerry kidnaps Jerry to put him on live national television, and I mean Rupert on live national television, and showing the gun first thing in that scene tells me that they're going to take him hostage, and I'm very confused at what it is this movie, a comedy or a thriller or about a dark comedian, and I'm getting that more next month, and it's called Joker, and the movie at this point gets very pretentious. Masha hits on Jerry at her own apartment while Rupert goes on live national television and tells his comedic monologue as he calls himself the king, and after he's finished with his monologue, he goes to the bar where Rita works to see his comedic monologue on the TV, and when he's finished, he gets arrested by and Masha lets Jerry go while his monologue is on the TV, and all of this has just left a sour taste in my mouth. Now it's time for the rating. I'll give this movie a 4.3 out of 10. I didn't find this movie as funny as its title claims to be, and the characters are so unrelatable, and honestly, this left a very pulpy, sour taste in my mouth, and this is one of the weakest Scorsese movies with Robert De Niro by far. So I would like to thank you guys for joining me, and next time I will be back with Goodfellas, a better movie I must say, because I've seen it before, so... And until then, you talking to me? Eh?